Greetings and salutations everyone, Mechamac. This is Let's Play Limbus Company. Once again we find ourselves in an intervallo. We've got a brand new time-killing time event come up and, well, why not, right? We did it for the last few intervallos. I did go out of my way to save up a lot of... I have about 200 crates, so hopefully I can break even and just get to whatever I didn't pay. So, we can extract an ego from Forced and an identity for Honglu. I can get either one, and I do have lunacy saved up, so I think I'll pull and hope for the best. There is also an identity for Ryoshu, but that one's bought with event currency, so I can't have it immediately. I mean, you might wonder why open from the title screen when it hasn't been loaded, because every time I boot it up it says backdoor anomaly detected, and I miss adding that to the episode, so you're gonna do that. I'm curious about the story as well. '97, '98, '99. Oh, right. Sound. Why not? I've actually queued up a bunch of Pizza Tower episodes to go off every morning, at least morning in my terms. So I can just upload these Limbus Company episodes however I want and try to, unfortunate as it is to say, ride that trend. And because it's an intervallo, there's no voice acting, unfortunately. We're not going to get anything like beach volleyball! Oh well. Remember, it costs Enkaphilan modules to claim rewards.
5초 안에 영양을 공급받을 수 있는 식사가 있으면 참 좋겠구려.
Okay, straight away spend create a module just so we have that. I didn't... Because I was recording Pizza Tower, I wasn't able to cash in my early stuff, so there's still plenty of things to grab, but... During event, you will earn a pocket watch. You might also obtain pocket watch bundles. These are worth 20 pocket watch. You can also purchase rewards. Reward exchange. Ryoshu is 500. Everything else 15. 15 times 5. It's not quite enough to buy one of the new IDs, but it does get there. So, extraction. I want to know what these numbers are like. On hit, inflict 2 tremor count, gain 2 tremor count. Deduction start, and he gains +1 coin power. It has a base of 11, annoyingly. Morph Cane technique. If target has tremor, gain clash power. If we have tremor count, gain coin power. Okay, if the target has 6 tremor, trigger a tremor burst, then reduce the tremor count by 1. I hate how many skills now have reduced tremor count by 1. It's already hard enough to keep tremor count going. And 3 plus 3, you're the culprit. Clash power for every 6 tremor. At less than 15 tremor count, consume tremor count to gain coin power. Or gain... Wait, it's consume 10 tremor count to gain 2 coin power. Or 3 tremor count to gain 3. If skill consumed tremor count on use, use amplitude entanglement. Fuse the effects of the tremor type added by this onto what the target has. Oh, this is wonky, but it's tremor reverb. It's the stuff that his ego gave him. Reduce tremor count by 1. 2, 3. If unit consume less than 15 tremor count, trigger tremor burst on self. Oh dear. I'm not sure I like this ID, but I guess it gives us an excuse to use his ego, right? And then there's forceds. 4 plus 5, so that's... She can hit a maximum of 24 for her war? Really? Sanity cost of 10. For 3 turns, lose 10 SP at turn end. And that's too big to read the entire thing. But it is a 4-coin ego. 36 minus 12. And it has a 3 attack weight. Increase the tremor potency by highest resonance. If it's a sloth resonance, inflict tremor count as well. So hang on. 4 and sloth absolute resonance. Let's just say 5 tremor count and then 5 tremor count on top of that. And then reduce it by a lot. 1, 2, 3. So actually the corrosion is kind of decent. Also, time duck. What an abnormality. Okay, let's rock. You got me there for a moment. Let's play the ransom game one more time.
여기가 살인 사건 현장이군요. 이런 아마추어 같은 마무리를 해두고 가다니 어지간히 시간에 쫓겼나 봐요.
There we go, we have our event identity. Which means I can jump straight to here. Yeah, we can jump straight to here and
5초 안에 영향을 공급받을 수 있는 식사가 있으면
compensation lunacy, nice, but actually what I was thinking was 200 forced ego shards. Oh, we really didn't need that force to 3-star, did we? We got lucky. Okay, give it here.
당신에겐 제가 어떻게 보일까요? 시간의 태엽 안에 그 답이 있을까요?
And now we just put that on every forced identity we have, because why not? So we give you Everlasting, but you over here, District 20 Eurodivey. We just have him getting tremor count on himself and not actually doing anything with it. Vibro World Morph Combat Cane, unauthorized invention. Oh, right, he has passives. Gain damage up equal to the number of times this unit triggered Tremor Burst this turn. Oh, gain it next turn. Okay. When number 1 deployed identity triggers Tremor Burst, 25% chance to trigger an additional Tremor Burst. Fancy. Throwing all my identity training tickets onto you. Well, not all of them, but enough to push you up from being lowish level. I think we're decent to make a push here. Okay, let's check out what the time killing time has to say. A scandal in time. Don Quixote loudly and obnoxiously flaps through the newspaper in her hands while peppering in a few insightful chuckles. Unfortunately, I now know exactly what this means. And... oh ho ho ho! That she will continue to try to draw my attention until I acknowledge her at the most appropriate moment. Okay, Don Quixote, fine. What is it? Oh, Manager Esquire! Dost thou know the city's upstart companies, such as one Limbus Company, must always pay close heed to the ever-changing world around us? Hie thee hither! Read thy newspapers, Manager Esquire, and do keep thyself up to date on the events of the city, as Mersault and I, Don Quixote, do air every morrow. Bud, just go along with it, why don't you? I'm pretty sure she's talking about Mersault in one of his morning routines. You know, the one with the newspapers? Ah, the newspaper routine. Where he wakes up before the crack of dawn, parks himself on a chair, folds one leg over the other at an exact 90-degree, figure 4 leg lock position, and peruses the morning newspaper. That. I guess it left an impression on her. Betcha she'll be back to her usual self in a week or so. Hearken unto me! Art thou paying attention? Yep, totally. So what's new? Did an article mention us or something? Oh, how didst thou know? Wait, really? Forsooth, feast thy eyes on page 3, though 'tis quite regrettable that we were robbed of the chance to be on the front page. Huh? Page 3? We're really starting to put our names out there, huh? Don Quixote and Rhodia, the two sinners who are guaranteed to draw the full attention of whichever space they inhabit, were speaking. It was only a matter of time before the other sinners began crowding around us, curious about the commotion. Ahem. A dramatic conclusion to the mysterious disappearances at T-Core. Shocking! The perpetrators to this mysterious case has been revealed to be none other than the prestigious Edgar family, appalling the general public. Well, I don't think we need to hear that part. What else does it say? With small assistance from some wandering bystanders who happen to be lost in the area, and with the most admirable heroics of the T-Core Class 3 collection staff on the scene. Wandering bystanders, is it? Perchance that particular denomination refers to us. Bystanders? They're treating us like we were barely there. They didn't even mention our company name. Oh, come on, those time collectors weren't even there! This is within the expected range of behavior for the news media. Well, there may be those who seek to interview us after reading this very article, mayhaps. Yeah, I'm sure they'll have a grand old time looking for wandering bystanders for an interview. Very descriptive. I doubt anyone will pay us much attention, Don Quixote. Better not set yourself up for disappointment, eh? We were standing there for a good moment in a big group, chattering about the article, when someone slowly but smoothly walked between us. Excuse me, would you be employees of Limbus Company? You fellas are... I'm sure you are already aware of the reason for our visit. Oh, I welcome thee here! Long and hard have I waited thy arrival! Now, from whence shall we begin? Well, is she actually here to interview us? No way. Don Quixote wasn't just losing her mind at nothing? I was not told that any interview would be taking place. My, where'd Verge go at a time like this? Now where'd I put that leftover hair gel from Heath's makeover? Ahem, thou may commence. Alright then. Verily, I shan't take all the credit for what we have accomplished there. Will you be making your tax payment in installments? Oh wait, they're talking at the same time. Huh? Okay, we're clearly not on the same page here. We are the tax collectors for T-Core's Time Collections Agency, currently on a mission to collect your overdue time tax. Those ilks are never brings of good tidings indeed. Wait, time tax? No, that doesn't make any sense. We already paid our time tax in full when we went through the T-Core nest immigration process. Virgilius said... A few days ago, aboard Mephistopheles, Are you sure we don't need to pick up a timepiece for each of us to carry? You probably know this already, but in T-Corp, everyone must carry a timepiece. Yes, I know the rules. But for every rule, there's always room for an alternative that offers a bit more flexibility. Of course, I don't suppose it's listed anyway on that pamphlet. Outsiders seeking a short-term stay at T-Corp can pay the appropriate time per tax for the length of their stay to be exempt from the irrelevant obligations, instead of going out of their way to abide by T-Corp's rules. As you may have expected, anyone born outside of District 20 must go through numerous hoops before they can be issued a timepiece. So we elected to pay 30 days worth of time tax on the spot before entering T-Corp's borders. Impressive. Can't have been cheap. Yet I wish to wear a watch as well, like Lady Utis does. Haven't I already made it clear that it is not a fashion item? As I have said so in the past, the company has no budgetary concerns. It is a given that they would be taking care of such expenses. We're finally starting to operate like a real professional company now, huh? Yeah, there must have been a minor miscalculation or something. Maybe we fell slightly short of the amount we had to pay? It hasn't even been 30 days since we arrived here, though. Well, I'm sure we can pawn away their stuff to fix whatever probably amounts to a round error. Easy peasy. Heathcliff muttered, gesturing towards Sinclair and Hong Lu with his chin. If it'll help pay for the time tax, then sure. Oh, maybe. I didn't pack much when I left, though. Well, let's hear the damage. How much time tax do we owe you? Currently you are... hang on. 1,000. 1,000,000... I think that goes to billions. 10 billion, 40... Oh boy, that's a big number. What? Did my hearing get worse or something? I heard a 1040 and the rest just flew right over my head. For that much money, we might have to make a brief stop at my place first. What other options do we have if we if we can't pay the tax? Can't pay the tax is not an option. Your only options are the following. Make your payment with time or money. With interest, of course. What the hell does making payment with time even mean? Now that I think about it, I remember someone talking about paying with time before. Never really cared to find out exactly what they meant though. He sang? Heathcliff? Know anything about this? I have not once failed to make my payments during my residency at this nest. Thus I know not what transpires on an occasion in which one fails to pay the time tax. I've never been involved in messy businesses like taxes at the manor either. And in my backstreet days, boss dealt with the complicated shite like that for the rest of us. I did see a few poor souls getting dragged away because they failed to cough it up though. Well then, with their not so helpful answers, my mind immediately began to wander toward Faust, who I hoped would know something more about this than the two of them. And that's when Utis suddenly and defiantly stood between us and the collectors. This is completely unreasonable. What kind of shoddy calculation led to this nonsensical figure? Tax calculations in T-Corp are always exceptionally reasonable. The clock's ticking. Would I be correct to assume that you lack both the capability and the will to make your fair payments? Wait. We don't have to escalate this. Can we get a timeout? Your choice of words may be quite unwise. Cry and whine all you want about not wanting to escalate things when you've got 10 billion An in your pockets. I won't recognize your opinion as anything of worth otherwise. No? Then shut up and stay out of our way while we deal with this obstacle that dares to stand in our path. How exciting! A 10 billion An death. 10,040 million An to be exact. We have 20 minutes, so we can jump in. Pierce weakness, huh? clear within 10 turns. Okay, let's think this out.
좋아.
출발인가?
다들 좋아. 몸 좀 풀어보자고. 좋아.
출발하는
I want to give it a shot and see what. We probably should up-tie him though, so.
준비되어. 다들 연장 챙기죠.
계약이
좋아.
출발하는가? 따라가겠어.
잠수 준비 끝.
Oh boy, it's these guys again. T-Core class collectors and T-Core class 2 admins. Consume tremor count and gain borrowed time. They're only level 40 though, so we're not in the worst case here. Ooh, that is a lust skill though. That's not the nicest thing to let go through, but... Ooh. Just enough defense level to gain power over him. +3. Oh, hang on. Borrowed time. Gain, haste, clash, and fragile next turn. At 1 count, gain bind next turn instead. Gain 1 potency and lose 1 count. If this unit has more bind than haste, the borrowed time effect expires and it gets staggered. Interesting.
한바탕 해볼까?
웨우피의 적법한 무력 행사다.
Wait, what happened at the end of that attack combo? Weird. In a clash, gain clash power equal to the value. Yikes. I don't like it. Wait, what's this thing what's this new type of amplitude? Chain. Lose 1 clash power for every tremor potency on self. That's not nice. And we don't have much in the way of envy, so we aren't going to be able to use Fluid Sac here. Actually, show me these numbers again. You resist slash but are fatal to pierce. You resist slash but are fatal to pierce. I think that's different to the last time we ran into these guys.
말했지?
This fight should...
약화되는 것 같습니다.
We should mostly be good for this fight now.
하세 완료.
걸려라. 자, 한 건 했고.
지금이라도 말 들어.
Now here's the question. To lust. Unfortunately, I think the only lust in this team was thrown away by Lutus for her discard skill. We're gonna make this iconic.
한바탕 해볼까?
And they no longer have borrowed time, I believe. So, yeah, we don't have any of the special resonance stuff, so we're just going to inflict a lot of extra tremor count. But you know, sometimes that's just all you need.
한바탕 해볼까?
당신에겐 제가 어떻게 보일까요? 시간의 태엽 안에 그 답이 있을까요?
Oh wait, we're not actually killing these people, we're just scaring them off.
방해꾼 하나가 사라졌군.
Well, I guess that's fine. A T-Corps staff in a different uniform approached the sinners as both sides went on the defensive. Oh, he's class 4. I don't think we want to mess with him. Is this one the ringleader? He may be of a higher rank, but he's been an employee of T-Corps all the same. Which is to say that our insistence on meeting their demands with hostility may lead to a direct confrontation against the full force of T-Corps. Lay down your weapons now. Should you refuse to cooperate, all of you present may be considered hostile individuals by T-Corps. We will use force to... I like that. How thrilling. This is bad. This seems like a great time for Virgilius with his intimidating glowing eyes to appear. Man, weren't things much better between us and the guidebud only a few days ago? Feels like it's been forever since then. Come on, don't glare at us like that. We had our reasons, Kay. They showed up out of nowhere and tried to extort a whole 10 billion on... 10 billion and 40 million on, to be exact. You really like saying that, don't you? Jeez. Yeah, the point is there's no way we owe them that much money. We're kind, law-abiding citizens who are brimming with a sense of justice. Hear. Virgilius listened quietly for a moment as the sinners chatted on like they were a part of a comedy skit. Yes, I agree that 10 billion on in taxes does seem unreasonable. However, it is a mystery to me how no one stopped to think for a second about the troubles you might spark by starting a meaningless scuffle like this. In the middle of a street, no less. Virgilius let out a deep sigh before turning toward the T-Claw employee. We find it regrettable that this incident has led to bloodshed. However, 10 billion on in time tax is unacceptable. I'm sure you know full well that 10 billion on's worth of tax isn't the kind of money we can simply fork over in the middle of the street. I believe that it would have been more appropriate if you had provided us with some context as to how this number came to be, instead of immediately marching up to us and demanding we pay the time tax. I admit that such an absurd amount of time tax levied upon your group is almost unprecedented. We have been summoned to an emergency meeting in a relevant office to address the severity of this incident. I see your point. Why don't we move this conversation to the collections office in the relevant jurisdiction area for now to discuss possible solutions? I guess we'll find out what those possible solutions are next time. Until then, guys, take care. I'll see you all around.
경보에는 익숙해지시는 게 좋을 겁니다. 아직 50일까지 많은 날이 남은 것을 파우스트는 알고 있으니까요.